to invite certain ladies to the social events. Even if the lady doesn't reside in the city where the social is held, what is the chance she will show up? It's always possible that a woman will come to a social outside of the city. In other words, from outside of the city. If we're going to Kiev, maybe a woman from Kharkov will take the express train in. One of the things you can do is to write to a girl who's outside of the city you're going to be in and say, hey, my name is Ed, and I'm coming to this city, Kiev, for example. You obviously aren't from Kiev, but I'm going to be in Kiev, and I really would like to meet you. I would be willing to pay for your hotel room for a night or two, pay for your train ticket, or maybe plane ticket in. Would you be interested in coming to Kiev for a couple of days? We may not spend all that time together. It just depends on how we feel about things. But I would be happy to host you in that city for a day or two, give you a comfortable place to stay, pay for your transportation for a chance to meet you at the social event. Would you be interested in doing that? Write to the women and ask them if they'd be interested in doing that. You'll write to them through our site. And they may be interested in doing that, and we may be able to set that up for you. If anybody responds and says, I would be interested, you let us know, and we'll work on that for you, okay? Otherwise, the vast majority of women you're going to meet are going to be from the city that we're in. If you are meeting women at the social event, you can get their contact information and you can contact them yourself and arrange those dates. Or you can ask us to do it for you and we'll be happy to do that. If you know a girl's profile number, if there's some way you can identify, I met this girl at the social, or I saw her at the social and we didn't get a chance to go out on a date, but I would like to date her. Can you contact her? If there's a way for you to identify her, you've got her contact information, you got her profile number, which is on her name badge, or you talked to her and got it. So because if 400 women come to the social, guys, and you show us a girl in a blonde dress, we may or may not know exactly who that girl is, right? I mean, she's one of ours and she's from our site, but I definitely haven't memorized all the faces in Ukraine or where they come from, right? So if you can help us to identify any girl from the social, we can definitely call that girl up and invite her to come out on a date for you. Absolutely, we do that on every tour all over the world. When do we give the numbers or names of women we want to invite to the events? Is it the day before the events or sooner? Definitely sooner. To give it to us the day before the events, there won't be enough time. So as soon as you know you're attending one of our tours and you're going to be at some of our social events, then you send us that list. And probably 2 weeks or so before the tour begins, we'll send that list to our staff, and it's about 2 weeks before the tour that we get in touch with all those ladies and invite them to the socials and let them know they've been specifically invited by someone who's going to be at the social event. How likely will it be to kiss a Ukrainian woman on the first date? Not very likely, would be my guess. In fact, I think it's awkward and you shouldn't do it. Now, there may be chemistry, because it certainly is possible with some people if the chemistry is really, really strong, and you're probably going to know that. But I actually think it's not appropriate to kiss a girl, certainly on the mouth, on a first date. In Ukraine, I just don't think the women are going to go for that. They're going to think that's a little weird. It may not be completely out of line to kiss a girl's hand. You may be able to do that on a first date. If you're saying goodbye, take her hand. You can, remember, you're supposed to bend to kiss the girl's hand. You don't pull the hand to your mouth. It's gentlemanly to bend over and kiss her hand. You might get away with that on a first date, but I actually think that's a little bit forward, guys. I would save that for the second date. And if you have a great second date, I think kissing a girl on the cheek, I think kissing her hand is definitely appropriate. I would suggest that.
Are you interested in meeting the love of your life? Check out our website at firstchoicedating.com. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.